right, so even though she didn't take my last name when we got married, this is my wife. Cat's out of the bag now. We met we've been together since 1994. We met shortly after the earthquake of Northridge earthquake in '94. We were living in California at the time separately. We met each other in a bar and go, man, I hate this place. And she said, I do too. So I said, I'm going to go to Texas. And she said, well, I'd like to go check it out. So we had this extended date. Took us to Austin, and then on the way back, we just kind of cruising around, went through the Four Corners area, and drove around, saw all kinds of beautiful things. And we were driving from the Mesa Verde area to get to the Grand Canyon to watch the sun go down. And it was getting late in the day, and Barbara was behind the wheel. She had a '82 Corvette at the time, and she was driving about 90 miles an hour across the Painted Desert, and we were listening to Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason. So we got outside Cameron, Arizona, and there's a cloud bank came in from the west, and the sun was going to sink behind it, so we knew that expectation was not going to take place. So we pulled off this little place called a Little Colorado Gorge, where you can actually just walk out to the edge of the canyon, and it's a 2,000-foot straight drop down to the river below. And they have these railings there, which is really good. And you can sit there and dangle your feet over the edge and just kind of hang on to these railings, loop your arms in there. And we just sat there for the longest time. It's talking about everything that mattered. We kind of let everything out, put it on the table. And as we were sitting there talking, I was like, I had this like vertigo, but it was like emotional vertigo. I was like, I'm really falling for this girl, and especially because she drove 90 miles an hour listening to Pink Floyd across the Painted Desert. And I was like, man, she's after me. So we had this one amazing conversation, and we get up to walk back to the car, and I turned to her and I go, hey, Barbara, I think I might be falling in love with you. And she turned to me and she goes, well, get back with me when you know for sure. And I was like, yeah, that's my girl right there. That's my girl. So this is a song that was written about that conversation we were having before she dressed me down. Each of us a single thread, woven to the fine fabric of the grand design. She smiles and says the stars look right tonight. 'Cause all we are is all it is. There are no two moments quite like this. All that matters now, as we rise above the clouds, is to see the light. Her eyes meet with mine, we collide in a brilliant fire. Our souls intertwine, we are one, we are one desire. We're meant to be together for infinity. She says this is a relatively simple thing. I move you, baby, you move me. Love is so enchanting while slow dancing to the music of the spheres. Her heart beats with mine, we combine, keep perfect time. Our souls harmonize, we are one voice in a great big choir, where everybody sings. Together for infinity. We create what we believe. We can live in fear or we can go in peace. We can give it up to God or always be at odds with our mortality. Her eyes meet with mine. We collide in a brilliant fire. The flame never dies, 'cause we are one. We are one desire. We're meant to be. Together for infinity. Together for infinity.